Coming out of the bus, whooping and hollering. What's going on?
Fans got their money worth today, I guess. Whoever's sitting on TV and didn't fall asleep in the first half got to watch everything in the second, because that was unbelievable. The crash, we were doing 80K an hour or something with the crash, and it just covered the whole field. I had some guy on my back wheel with my back wheel just locked up till finally he fell off it, and I was less than 100 feet to the back of the grouping. I couldn't even close it myself, full sprinting. And then luckily not luckily, but for me, luckily, I had a teammate. Tony Gallopin was in the back with Renee Tyrame, and they came up, and the three of us were full block. And I mean, at first we're 100 yards from the group and can't even close it. Then we're 300, 400, 500 yards, and finally we come into that little village. And yet, I mean, the only reason we were able to close, we came into the village and we shot every corner so fast that the tires were just sliding through the corners to get back on. And then we were another 100 feet from the group when Jens dropped back, came back, grabbed us, and closed the gap for us.
So in other words, thank God for your teammates.
Oh, absolutely. We never get back on. And then we get back up. Of course, you don't know who went down for sure. I didn't think there was too many of us, but I get back to the group. You can't see Frank. Then you hear on the radio Frank went down. But then just waiting to hear if the directors are going to tell you to go back. If they tell you to go back, then he's probably close. If they tell you not to go back, it probably meant he crashed and he's not getting back on. So
there was a big shakeup in the GC with a lot of riders going down, which takes us to tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 2/3 the peloton there in that crash.
It was 2/3 of the peloton. So that eliminates a lot of riders. Some are still in contention. Tomorrow, the Belfield climb, very steep. It's a tough one. Now it's kind of up to you a little bit.
I think we're really, with this team, we're looking at Clody.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, we have Clody and we have Zabeldia there. They're always put, from the beginning of the tour, they're always put in front of me on GC. So we see then, first climb, we're going to know exactly.
Can you talk a little bit about the transition between, flat stages going, like you just said, 80K an hour. Now all of a sudden you're trying to go up something and you're 39.23.
Yeah, you got to remember, this isn't the stuff that's good for me. I mean, I was 100 feet from the back of the group and couldn't close it myself. And then when Tony gets there, Renee Tyrame, they're both a little bit bigger than me, and then the three of us after, 10K of chasing, we can finally close it. But it's a big transition to going to the first stage. So far, all it's been for the whole week is off the gas and then 500 watts on the gas. But we're only on the gas for a short time. Today being the exception, of course, we're on the gas for quite a bit while we're chasing. But now all of a sudden we're going to go into the stages where you're always on the pedal from the start to the race to the finish of the race. And then when you're on the mountains, you're really on the pedals hard. So it's going to be a complete transition from what you guys have seen this week. Luckily, this was the last stage. This is kind of like the stage I crashed on last year, so I was happy to get this out of the way.
The tour starts shaping up now. Get out of the rain.
Thanks, ciao.
Thank you, Chris.